One of Portland's longest living legacies, Josephine's Dry Goods, was started in 1976 by Bini, who named the store after her daughter, Josephine. The store changed hands and locations a few times before their current spot on Southeast Clinton Street. They not only teach sewing classes individually with expert seamstresses, but they also carry dead stock fine wools, silks, and so much more. From couture finish techniques to casual wear, Josephine's Dry Goods knows how to work with every kind of garment. So here to chat more are co-owners Bini Leach and Becky Johnson. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to have the both of you here. So tell me about the legacy of this shop, because I feel like folks need to know how important this shop is to Portland's history.
Well, it started in the Galleria in 1976 and continued downtown until 2013 when we took it over. We try to keep it as close to the same as possible with our quality garment fabric and natural fibers. We've gone to Southeast Clinton to a little bit more neighborhood spots, so we have some quilting fabrics and more craft things as well. But yeah, lots of wonderful fabrics.
100%. And tell me about the skills somebody can learn through a one-on-one demonstration, because I know that sometimes folks can come in and really teach people how to go through expert pattern making and also dealing with certain textiles.
Well, it doesn't matter what skill level you're at. We're happy to meet you where you're at. If you're beginning, if you have no idea what you're doing, we will help you. If you want to take apart thrifted items and learn that way, reverse engineering, we'll help you fit patterns to you if you want to get more advanced. If you don't know the difference between a double welt and underlining and understitching, we'll get you in that level as well. So if you come in, we're happy to meet you where you're at. There's no question too beginner or too advanced.
Yeah.
We're both not beginners, so we'll meet you where you're at. If you want to schedule an hour alone with me, I'm happy to come in early or stay late with you. I can teach you to thread your serger if you want, or teach you how to put in double welt pockets. It doesn't matter, we're here for you.
And this isn't a class per se, because this Josephine's can't support a area for that, but this is more one-on-one tutoring, if you will.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in town to take classes, but then you know, after you've taken a class and you're like, what did they say again? What was that technique? Come to us. We're happy to remind you how to do it. We're the in-betweens, or sometimes you just got to a point where there's a lot of spatial reasoning skills, and that's also a muscle you need to work when you start to learn to sew. So that's really hard to get at first. It's kind of like, if I gave you a soccer ball today, the Timbers aren't going to call you tomorrow.
Yeah,
it takes a while to get there. You know, maybe you, but not me anyway.
Oh, definitely not me. Definitely not me. Timbers, keep the phone down. You don't need me on your team. Well, tell me about all the kinds of dead stock fabric y'all have in stock, because that's something I saw on your website, and I was like, ooh, I need to ask a little bit about that.
Well, dead stock, the term can be a little weird, but really it's offcuts from the fashion industry. If a designer has, 300 yards of something and they only end up using 200, it doesn't go to a landfill. It goes to someone, a jobber or a store who buys that fabric, and then we have sources where we can go through and see those fabrics. Luckily, with the history of Josephine's, a lot of those vendors will come to us because of the relationship that we've had since the 70s. So.
Yeah. You're wearing Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh, yes, I am wearing these Dolce & Gabbana pants. Dead stock from one of the designers that we deal with in Italy. So we have that, and then this is not quite a dead stock, but a Merchant Mills fabric. So we have lots of different types of fabric. But
yeah, and tell me about these different types of fabrics, because you can go from kind of the baseboard if you're just beginning to sew up until like organzas and beautiful silks and stuff, correct?
Correct. We have quilting fabrics that we feel are garment quality, so you don't feel crunchy when you're wearing them. So that's where we want people to start, so they feel comfortable. They're not breaking the bank to get into garment sewing. So we have that's the first step, and then you go into knits and wools and silks. So there's all levels. It really just depends on the type of clothes you want to wear, because that's what it's really all about, making what you're going to wear every day.
And why is sewing such an essential skill to learn?
Because clothes, you're not just one size fits all. Clothes are going to be different. No matter what you put on, you want to change it and make it your own. And those skills, no matter how small or deep they are for you, can help that, make you an individual and make things that fit, which
Yeah.
make us feel good, which is what we want.
Yeah.
There's a type of freedom that comes with learning how to sew. Well, ladies, thank
Absolutely.
you both so much for joining me today. For more information, go to josephinesdrygoods.com or give them a follow on social media. You're going to love keeping up with what they do. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Of course.